Let's take a journey down under to the Clare Valley of Australia. This small but significant wine region is the home of Jimberry Wines, one of the most iconic wineries of Australia. Located in the province of South Australia, about 2 hours north of Adelaide, the Clare Valley is a dry and sunny region that has become famous for intense Rieslings and spicy Shiraz. It's a very warm region too, but because the vineyards sit at about 1,500 feet of elevation, the area experiences a dramatic drop in temperature during the night. With these very cool nights, the grapes maintain excellent acidity, which is the key to making wines that are brightly focused and fresh to the taste. The Jimberry Winery was founded in 1959. At that time, Jim was managing the Clare Valley Cooperative Winery and was a big influence on growers in the region. In the 1960s, Jim saw that global tastes were moving away from the port style that dominated Clare Valley production. He encouraged the region's growers to change to making table wines from classic grape varieties like Shiraz, Cabernet, Malbec, and of course Riesling. Through the cooperative, he even provided free vine starts for any local winemakers willing to change with the times. In the 1990s, Jim's son Peter took the reins, continuing his father's philosophy of making wines only from their own vineyards, where they would have complete control over the farming and the harvest. A legendary personality and a resourceful businessman, Peter slowly expanded the family's mosaic of vineyard holdings in the Clare Valley and added some vineyards in Coonawarra to the south. Today, Peter still oversees the family business, but his sons, Tom and Sam, have taken over active management of the winery. Tom directs viticulture and winemaking. Sam is responsible for sales and marketing. But the two brothers work closely together on all aspects of the business. Their younger sister Olivia is also involved on the marketing side. The wines of Jimberry are grouped into several tiers, starting with their regional range. These are their introductory wines that give you a taste of the Clare Valley in their Watervale Riesling and Shiraz. It also includes the very popular Cover Drive Cabernet, which comes from their old Cricket Pitch vineyard down in Coonawarra. The next tier is Riesling and Shiraz from the Lodge Hill vineyard. Jim found this unplanted site in 1977 and immediately recognized that it would be an ideal place to grow Shiraz. But as he looked more closely, he realized that part of it was a south-facing slope that would be better for Riesling. Made in the Jimberry way that prefers clarity and freshness over heaviness and over-extraction, both Lodge Hill wines give you the intense taste of the vineyard's ancient soils in a vibrant, refreshing package. The Jimberry Premium range is next, with some very special wines. These include the Assyrtiko, which is totally unique in Australia. In 2006, Peter and his wife were on the Greek island of Santorini for some vacation. He was so amazed by how well the native Assyrtiko grape does in that hot and dry climate that he had to try it for himself back home. His experiment was a big success, and it's a brilliant wine. Another stunning wine in this tier is a single vineyard Riesling from the iconic and historic Florita vineyard, which Jimberry acquired in 1986. An elegantly floral and balanced Riesling, it is hand-selected from the very best blocks. It's a benchmark for Clare Valley Riesling that develops beautifully with age. Tom and Sam have recently added a new super premium tier to the Jimberry range of wines. This is the Spring Farm range, a series of wines from a property that's adjacent to the Lodge Hill vineyard. They acquired this vineyard in 2006, and after a decade of work to improve soil and vine health, they saw that it was producing fruit of truly superior quality. This upper-tier collection of wines includes Riesling, Shiraz, Cabernet, and Malbec bottlings, each selected from a single block of the Spring Farm vineyard. Also from the Spring Farm vineyard is the new Clare Valley Cabernet Malbec blend, a wine that's named for the old Clare Valley Cooperative. This vigorously expressive claret-style wine honors the vision and pioneering spirit of their grandfather Jim. Now we turn to the world-renowned Armagh vineyard. Jimberry purchased this piece of pasture land in 1964. He immediately planted Cabernet and Malbec in this site, then in 1968 added 8 acres of Shiraz. The McRae Wood Shiraz is named for the previous owner of the property, Duncan McRae Wood. Rich and intense with that Jimberry signature of power and elegance, it is a blend of fruit from the Armagh and from special parcels in other family vineyards. The Cabernet from the Armagh vineyard goes into the Benburnie Cabernet Sauvignon. This wine is named for a tiny settlement that existed there in the 1800s. It's a very impressive wine that is deep in color and flooded with dark berry flavors, all wrapped together by fine minerally tannins. And the pinnacle for Jimberry, their true icon wine, is the Armagh Shiraz. First produced in 1985, the Armagh has become a global legend, standing alongside other Australian icons like Penfolds Grange and Henschke's Hill of Grace. It's a richly glorious expression of Shiraz from the 800-million-year-old sandstone soils of the Armagh vineyard. A wine for the ages, the Armagh develops even greater finesse and complexity after a couple of decades in the bottle. With 3 generations of family heritage and a fearless urge to innovate, the Berry family consistently produces some of the tastiest, most interesting, and highly acclaimed wines in all of Australia. In 2019, the 60th year of the winery, Jimberry Wines was named Australia's Winery of the Year by the venerable wine writer James Halliday. But that's already in the past, and the Berry family is always looking forward, always striving to improve their vineyard and cellar work in order to produce exceptional wines that will show the world the very best of their home in South Australia.